Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. Your name is, how do you pronounce it?
Brajesh.
Burgess?
Yes.
Sorry. Where are you from?
I am from India.
India. Okay. What occupation are you in? Or are you in school?
No, I am not doing anything and I completed my study, I think.
Okay. So are you on Cambly for work? Or is it just for like improving English for yourself or
Yeah, I want to improve English for myself, for personality.
okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think people actually do better when they are self-interested, self-motivated in learning another language. You do better if you like it, not if you're forced to do it for work.
Yeah,
So,
I
oh yeah, continue.
yeah, it's my intention to be a good English speaker because I think it's very good way to explore the world, and that's why I talk
Absolutely.
with. Yeah.
Absolutely. You go anywhere in the world and you will find somebody that can speak English. So it's a good language to know. It's useful. And it'll
Yeah,
give you a lot of opportunities too. So you'll make a lot of friendships with people all over the world, and you'll have more job opportunities. It's good to have on a resume.
yeah. Through this language, we know a lot of culture globally.
Oh, globally, yeah, it's a universal language, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
But how long have you been on Cambly?
I have been using Cambly just for 2 months, I think.
2 months. Okay, so it's a little early, but do you think your English has improved since you started Cambly, or not really?
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's improved, I think.
Okay, that's good. Now, would you say your issue is you need to learn more vocabulary? Is it pronunciation? Is it learning grammar? What do you think you need to focus the most on? What's your weakness?
Pronunciation is my weakness, and sometimes I don't recall idiom as well.
Okay, so if pronunciation is something you need help with, you might want to look at this website. It's called youglish.com. So, what it will help you with is if you are trying to pronounce an English word or a whole English phrase, you type it in to the search bar on this website and it will show you a bunch of different videos, like short clips of people saying this word or phrase. And so you will learn how to say it and how to use it in a sentence. So
Yeah,
I think it's very useful. I have one student that is so advanced in English, they almost sound like they're native. They said that they use this to help them, so that's why I recommend it.
thank
And
you.
oh, no problem. I also have other resources. Um, so if grammar is your issue, Grammarly is very good. So it if you write an English sentence and you use Grammarly, it will automatically correct your grammar for you.
Yeah, I am familiar with this app, but I didn't use.
You have Grammarly?
I know, but I don't downloaded it.
Yeah, it's for the computer. I don't know if it's on your phone. But if you're on your computer, good it's a good thing to have on it. I use it. I even use Grammarly. Sometimes my grammar is not even right. So that's how good it is. Um, are you thinking of taking IELTS? Do you
Yeah,
know
I
what IELTS is? The International English Exam?
yeah, yeah, I know very well, and I have a book of IELTS.
Have you seen the website? They have
No.
their own website, and they actually have some sample test questions on it. If you want me to send those to you too, in case you're interested. I'm assuming you're interested because you have an IELTS book. So
Yeah.
I'll send it. I'm sending this all to you because we don't have a lot of time, and I want you to walk away having resources, you know?
Yeah.
We have less than 10 minutes, so I think this might be useful.
Yeah, you can send everything, whatever you want to send, and it will be pleasure. And I must take my account into all these things.
You don't have to do these things, but it would be good for you, I think. It won't hurt you. It will only help you if you use them.
Yeah.
Okay, so English pronunciation, Grammarly for grammar. This website for studying for IELTS. It has the sample test questions. It has the writing prompts. It has general writing. It has it tells you the minimum words you need to type and the time limits for your speaking portions of the test. What
Yeah.
what I like about Cambly is that they also have slides on IELTS too. So if that was something you wanted to focus on, they have that on here too. Let me pull that up. Would you say you're advanced, intermediate, or a beginner? I don't think you're a beginner. You seem like your proficiency is a little bit higher.
Yeah. So I have completed my post graduation with English, and that's why I think that if I will crack IELTS examination, it will be icing on the cake, and that's why I purchased a book. But I read a couple of months, and after that I gave up. So I right
Oh, you
now
gave
I'm done.
up?
Sorry.
You gave up on the IELTS?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't give up. No, don't give up on it. Okay. I know it's an expensive exam, but you you should at least be able to have conversations. The IELTS is not like a math test. And why I say that is because it's not a specific answer. You give your opinion on things, you tell your story. Those are the answers you give. They are only trying to find out if you understand the question and if you can answer it properly. That's all. It's not an exact answer. Everybody will have different answers.
Yeah.
So
So I have a degree of English, and I think so IELTS is a very great degree of English. So I I must think that we should try at least.
I think you should try it, but before you try it, practice for the exam. So this IELTS slide, it tells you a little bit of what to expect. So the format of part one. So over here, number one, the examiner is going to come in and they're going to introduce themselves to you, and then they're going to ask for your identity. So, for example, hello, my name is Miss Smith. I will be your examiner for this exam. Can I see your ID? And then you show them your ID, and then they're going to ask questions on common topics like home life, family, work, studies, so your education and your interests, what you like, your hobbies. And there's time limits for these questions. Now, this is the IELTS rubric. This is how they grade you. So you can see
Yeah.
there's different categories. So over here, your fluency and coherence. So your fluency, how fluently you can speak English, and your coherence. So can you understand them? Can they understand you? That's 25% of your grade. The lexical resource, that has to do with vocabulary. How many vocab words do you know in English? Now, if you use more difficult English vocabulary correctly, you will get a higher score. The highest score you can get in these categories is a 9. The next thing they grade you on is your grammar range and accuracy. So are you using the correct grammar? And over here is pronunciation and intonation. Pronunciation is how you say something, and then intonation is your pitch. So speaking like, a high note and low note, that's pitch, that's intonation. So you can get a 9 if you're effortless to understand. That means they understand you perfectly.
Yeah.
So I try to find out from new students what exactly would work best for them. So some people do like the slides like this. Some people don't like the slides. Some people just want dialogue and they just want to talk. And sometimes what I do with students is I make my own lesson plans with them. So, for example, oh goodness, how do I open this? Oh, okay. Sometimes I make like lessons. Let me show you an example.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
if you wanted to work on like let's say adverbs. You don't know what adverbs are.
I
I
know.
I would go over this with you. I have notes, and I save them, and then I copy and paste it, onto the chats, and then me and the student will go over it. I'll have them read. If they can't say something properly, I'll help them read it. Um, Other times, I will have like multiple choice questions for them, and then we go over that. Sometimes I go over vocabulary with them. Um, some of my students are studying for IELTS. Some of them are studying for STEP. That's for students in Saudi Arabia. That's another English exam. So I go over those exam questions with them. So my class looks different for every student. It's based on their needs and what their goals are. So what what do you think is useful for you? What is like the best studying habit, or, what do you want your classrooms to look like? Do you want open dialogue, or do you like structure in your lessons, like lesson plans?
So I would like open plan and
Okay, so just free range conversation. That's fine.
yeah.
So when students want to just have that, I try to get to know them a little bit better, and I try to learn more about their country, because that's always exciting. And then sometimes I ask fun questions to get them to think. One question I really like to ask is, how do you view mistakes? Do you view them as something that's positive or negative, and why?
Yeah, so I talk every day with native speakers, and I do many mistakes, but I take it positive way because making mistake is obvious in learning new language.
Yeah.
So I don't exhausted to making mistakes.
That making mistakes is a part of life. That's the only way you can get better at something, really. If you're not willing to make mistakes, you're not willing to take risks, and you're not willing to learn new things. You have to risk being wrong sometimes.
Yeah, so
And and when
I
you're wrong, you learn from it, and then you move on, and you that's how you improve.
yeah, so I saw many of my friends that they have good knowledge of grammar, vocabularies, idioms, but I don't know why they don't try to speak just because of making mistakes. So I recommend him many times that when you gonna speak English, then it's goes without saying that you make mistakes. So don't think about too much. So go ahead.
It's okay to make mistakes. It's not shameful. You have to be willing to be a fool in order to become the